Association of Counties.
Right, that's because we were hosting and we had to be there so
Yep.
much, but.
We may not have that many people next year. I'd like to change that. If there's any, if your agreement, the change, take 1,000 out of education and colleges and move it down into travel.
Is that enough?
Do you have any objection to that?
I just don't know if it's enough.
So, but there are also other conferences going on, or not?
Yeah, I know.
Weekend, then there is workshops. There's a lot of educational stuff going on. I think that's important too.
But you know, as of September, we have spent $5,750 out of the $6,000 that was allocated. That's as of the 1st of September, 30th of September, I'm sorry. So we got 3 months. There's not enough in there for 1
Can we
month.
not take it under information technology IT? What is that 3,191? And then we
That's-
have again computers here for 7,000.
That, information technology, I think, is a contract with
Yeah.
Cybertron.
It's
Oh, you have
Cybertron
the,
And I think-
Kronos.
Will be the contract.
We haven't, you guys will be meeting with him, so.
When
I'm
is
not
that
sure.
contract up? Do you know? With Cybertron? We need to renegotiate
Is
that.
it not better that we have our own employee and set up our own IT department?
Say that again?
Having our own
Have our
IT
own
department
IT?
and hire our own employee doing that. And we don't have all those hookup fees, and if that person is free, he can do something else.
I agree, that's why I said we need to renegotiate that contract. Because we don't,
We
the
have-
contract should include the hookup fees and not $300 for each computer.
We
That's-
have,
that's
and
ridiculous.
if we have somebody, you know, who have experience with radio, can also handle the sheriff's department. And we have a big nursing home, we have a lot of departments. We should have our own IT person if there is, you know, something coming up.
Why
I
don't-
think we have an outside agency, we don't have much control, it's outside. If we have an employee, that is different, we
How
can
much-
control certain things.
Keep in mind that employees cost us a lot
I
of
was
money.
going to say, how much is the contract?
Yeah, but a
with
contract costs a
Cybertron.
lot too.
That's what, I thought he was gonna be bringing that
But what
information.
was our previous contract?
With Cybertron,
You can add up all those
58.
IT,
50, yeah,
Something like 58,000?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And they're
so
24/7.
and you can't
Are
hire
you
somebody
going to
for
think you're going to find
58,000.
somebody for less than
How
$58,000 who's
how
IT?
much is he going to do the sheriff's department? $65,000 only, the sheriff's
We
department.
haven't heard yet what that.
That's what he said. I also saw that a couple checks were signed and it said training to Cybertron. Do you know what that is all about? Training, and he's put his hours training. Is he giving classes or workshops here, or?
I'd have to look and see
Oh,
what,
okay.
which department it was, if it was the sheriff's department.
Yeah, I was
There's-
about to
'cause
say
there's-
maybe training
there's
in the
been
sheriff's
some-
department.
There's been some issues.
Training? So they have to train him to learn all the stuff, and we need to pay
Well,
for that?
I,
Yes, because their system is so different.
because they
That's-
weren't part of the contract.
Yeah.
They were separate, they weren't part of the Cybertron contract.
because
Because of the change in
David's
staff.
retiring, somebody has to pick it up, so that's maybe, just check it out.
But
Yeah.
It's probably with the
But
sheriff.
we need to pay for that he needs to learn that. He's an IT guy. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
he's not contracted to do them, and they had certain
Their
security.
Their IT is totally different than the normal IT.
Nursing
would be-
home.
he would
So
be-
who is giving him that training now then?
Um,
Mayesh? The IT guy? He's the IT guy.
Say it again?
Who is giving him this training?
I'm
The
ass-
Cybertron
Oh.
guy is Mayesh?
Myers probably.
Probably.
Because he is
Because
their
he's
IT.
doing training there. I mean, he's the only one that knows about it. I don't get it. I saw training. I like training.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, regardless, we need to look at that contract, find out when it's
Okay.
due and
Yeah,
look it over again.
okay.
So, are we in agreement to remove 1,000 from
Yeah.
For
least.
now.
education and conferences down
At
to
least.
travel?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we take 1,000.
And that won't be enough either, but we'll have to
No,
do.
as I say, at least.
Yeah. So it's going to be.
Any other changes that you see in our budget? The new equipment? $1,500?
So, like I said, Robin has some, she hasn't given me the numbers yet for the new equipment for our office. She talked about some new equipment and some upgrade to our Microsoft on our systems, and she was going to be giving that to me also with the information from Cybertron with regards to what they feel our needs are.
So the new equipment is.
So I just kept it the same until I knew.
Okay, new equipment will be on hold then. And I think the IT and all the budgets should be on hold also until we renegotiate or do something different with that contract.
The new equipment has to do with the computer
Computers,
expense.
yeah.
So why is it not on the computer expense?
Because it's just equipment. The computer expense is all the
Contract?
contracts that we have on our software downstairs.
But also new computers is
Well,
is
it's
coming
only
out
a
of this line.
one-time, it's a new equipment, it's a new piece of equipment. So
And
that's
what
why it's
the
under.
computer expense is also a new computer is in that
No,
line.
no, there's no new computers in the computer expense.
Okay.
So that is only the contract?
Those are various contracts, yeah, software agreements.
And that is also the contract, 3,191.
That's the IT one with
Yeah,
Cybertron.
that is also,
That's
That's it.
strictly with Cybertron.
That's the and Chronos, so.
Okay. Why don't you, Asher, look at
which one?
the contracts for computer expense?
Yeah, do you have the Cybertron contract for me?
I can get it.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
Yep, it's
Actually
downstairs.
had it before it's coming, so I could.
Okay.
read.
The
Cybertron-
current one we're in now.
Cybertron will be here next week.
Oh, he's coming next week.
He's coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you can give me
Yeah,
the
okay.
contract so I can withdraw.
So you look up the computer expense item on the
Yep.
contracts, okay?
Computer expense.
What else you got, Kathy?
Okay.
Commissioner's budget? What
Just-
about the building?
That's Jerry next week.
All right, okay.
Yep, yep. Yeah, in your binders is a schedule of who's coming when. Sandy, the nursing home and the sheriff's department are the 16th, the last day of meeting with department heads.
Wow.
16th, that'll be after we have the delegation meeting.
Yep.
Being that those are the two more,
Volatile.
well, Sandy's is so large and there's a lot involved, and the same thing with the sheriff, there's a lot.
Can we flip those two?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Let's
You can have
get the
Sandy
sheriff
Earl.
and Sandy in on the 9th next week.
She's
And put the others at the other end,
She's not
because
here.
Jason is the
She's
only
not
one.
here.
Huh?
She's away.
What?
It's on
She's in
vacation.
Aruba.
Who? Who's
Sandy.
away?
Sandy.
Sandy?
Sandy's away.
Oh, so when can she come then?
She won't be
I have her
back?
on the 16th.
Oh, she's coming at 16, okay. And we need to put maybe the sheriff and the jail.
Why don't we move the sheriff's budget up to next week, rather than at the last week?
Okay,
All right?
yep, I can do that.
He's been notified already?
He's been notified of that date, but I can tell him.
What do you two feel about it?
Who's coming?
Because next week you have the jail.
So we're gonna move somebody out of that.
So who do we
But
have
but
for next week?
administration building is not much. I can't believe Robin Reed's gonna have much. Stephanie's not gonna have anything.
So you just,
So we got really the jail next week.
and just
The
leave
jail and the sheriff.
Sandy on her own.
And leave Sandy on alone, because that's a huge budget.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I'll bump the sheriff up.
Move the
The
sheriff
sheriff
up.
for next week. But we have that guy coming too, that the IT guy.
Yeah.
Cybertron is coming too next week.
That's what I guess
Next
I
week,
know.
okay.
So is that what's coming next week? Is the sheriff and Cybertron?
No,
Oh.
administration
So-
building, jail. I'll give you the list.
Okay. Just so I
The
know.
first three we can get through fairly quickly. The jail might be a little bit
Jail is also a big money.
time consuming, but, and then Sheriff Conley. at the end,
Okay,
okay?
yep,
And Cybertruck.
Yeah, and Cybertron. For, let's put Cybertron right on first,
okay,
okay?
yep,
Because we can call these other people when we get through with Cybertron,
okay,
okay?
yep.
Okay, then the only other item on our agenda,
I do have one more thing
got-
to
this-
give
okay, go ahead.
you. This came, Donna Page and Stone sent me an email with some preliminary estimates for you to look at. And I suggested perhaps he come in and speak with you.
wow. Maureen, for your benefit. For your benefit,
What?
the estimated cost, demo of 2 wings and new wall replacements, $230,600. That's to take down 2 wings and replace the walls.
Money for four.
Well, you'd have a hole in the side of the building.
Well, no, I'm saying, but they want all 4, so how much is that?
Double
per-
it, I suppose, double it.
So half-
Yeah, I think he was talking
Just don't do
initially
anything, just leave it alone.
between $50,000 and $75,000 to wall up what was taken down.
It's ridiculous, just leave it alone.
Weren't the wings $100,000?
Hmm?
I thought the wings were $100,000 to take down.
Whole
Think-
thing?
I think what he said was the taking down is one thing, it's the building back up
Yeah.
is what is costly, according to Randy. And there's estimates, there's detail of how he arrived at those numbers.
Just leave it alone.
And the problem with the cooperative extension we have in that area, we have asbestos in the floor tile, which really should get rid of. And the other thing is the wiring. I don't think we need new ceilings. And I would question whether we really need the HVAC at this time. And those are probably the major costs. But wiring has got to be done. That's for $230,000.
Yeah, I just didn't know.
Then it kind of puts a wall there.
That's per side, so it would be double that, it'd be $460,000 to take down the 4 wings.
Ridiculous.
And with this economy, it'd be cheaper to mothball them.
Exactly, just leave them
Probably
alone,
wouldn't do.
don't do anything.
Yeah, we don't have to. So,
Okay.
is this one then?
Yeah, he sent me this
He
email
sent
this
from-
morning.
is it from, who is he getting that from? Always Reckon? Where is
It's
this
a-
coming from?
He has it detailed out here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are we obligated to use these people, can still, Bonner Page and stuff?
No?
I mean, you know,
They are-
it
they are-
just seems like it's
they are
like, you know,
high.
bend over and you get 600,000 for a roof, you get 230,000 for 2 wings, so double that.
The roof core, he's estimating at $405,000.
Thought it was 600.
It was.
Yeah, but if you read further,
This is strictly the core area, okay? And we gotta look at the detail, because at one time he said 50,000 to fix up the leaks and not do anything else.
If I recall, on the building committee chose Bonner Page and Stone to do this work.
To come up with an estimate of, was it $8,000 that was left in the capital reserve fund? Was it 8,000?
if you read further, it said, but the removal of the old roof is $58,000. So there's a lot of
But then they
little,
want 300,000 to hook up
so
a
you need
wall.
to add that then too if it's
I mean-
putting the roof.
Yeah,
Not
I
just-
want to see a detail on that.
It just